So this is how Indians became part of us during the construction of this railway. It is called Kenya-Uganda Railway. So Kenyans were told to construct it, but they refused. They thought it was a snake. So they had to invite Indians.
Indians, yeah.
Yeah, 38,000 of them who came in and constructed the railway. 2,000 of them died due to lion man eaters. The rest remained.
Everything here that I buy,
Yes.
its money goes to a certain place.
They support the National Museum's projects.
Yeah.
Yes, the proceeds. And they support
Any national museum.
Yes, it's not
one
no,
specific.
no. So long as they have a project, we can support that. And these projects come from here. The process come from the shop and other fundraising. We fundraise sometimes to get money.
Oh,
to get
that's
that.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And these products, they are Kenyan made and they're made by Kenya. So we support them in another way. Yeah, to sell them. Mostly, sometimes we support the communities, the local communities, or individual Kenyans who have good stuff. They bring their things here and we try to sell on behalf of them, and they get money.
That's good.
Yes.
I really appreciate
Yes,
for
yes.
your time. Let
Thank
me
you.
not waste much of your time.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Okay.
We hope people will come and see and buy.
Yeah,
and
thank
buy
you.
very
Yes,
nice
yes, yes.
decors for your homes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have good decors for your houses, animal decors.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is Mad with Africa. We are coming live from Nairobi, Kenya. This is National Museum. And today with me, I have this beautiful team.
Just a national museum.
Yeah,
The
it's
Kenyan National Museum.
The National Museums of Kenya.
Yes.
The National Museum of Kenya is right in the heart of Nairobi city center. You can't miss it. Make this one of your bucket list. And today with me here, I have this lovely, beautiful team. On my right, I have this gentleman.
My name is Daniel Maina.
Yes.
I'm the Public Relations Officer.
Thank you, Daniel Maina. At least you're welcome us.
Yes.
What's your name, madam?
My name is Sylvia and I am the guide of National Museum of Kenya.
Yeah, she's the main person. And to me, it's one of our own.
My name is Winslet Wendy from Make a Date with Africa. I'm so excited.
These are gourds. They represent all the communities that we have in Kenya, the 42 communities. But since Indians became part of us, this is their gourds.
Also, who brought it?
The people of the museum. Each community, their gourd is being brought here. They represent all the 43 communities that we have in Kenya. We have Luos, Kambas, Kikuyus, Maasais, all of them here. And the gourds, they are used to store water, seedlings, to play music. Yeah. So the ones, the poles that are running from down to up, they represent all the positive attributes that we have in Kenya, while the ones that are running out, they represent all the negative attributes that we're trying to do away with, like female genital mutilations.
Which ones?
The ones that are running out. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question before I forget. You said Indian is part of
Yeah.
Kenyans. How is that possible?
During the construction of Kenya-Uganda Railway,
Yes.
that is how the Indians moved in and migrated here to Kenya, and now we consider them as one of us
It's one. So
because
Indians
they
is one of the,
they
one-
settled along the railway.
So they're Kenyan citizens.
Yeah, they are residents. We call them residents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kenya, you welcome everyone from all over the world.
Yeah, if only they have a positive aspect that they did to Kenyans, that is how they are considered one of us.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a mutonyi. It is a headdress worn by the Maasai community. So the boys, 8 days before they're circumcised, they go to the forest and they hunt for these birds. They pluck the feathers and they make the mutonyi. Right after they're circumcised, 8 days later, they still go to the forest and hunt for more beautiful birds to complete the mutonyi.
Oh, so this one is before circumcision.
No, all of them. They just look for the beautiful birds.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
birds.
so this is the national bird of Kenya.
Yeah.
We call it lilac-breasted roller.
Okay.
So it has 8 colors that represent all the 8 regions that we have in Kenya.
Oh, that's good.
So they just look for the beautiful birds and they combine the feathers, make that mutonyi. They wear it on their heads once they are circumcised. Okay.
It's only the Maasai community.
Yeah,
do
just
that.
the Maasai community.
Oh, okay.
Then we have an abu from the Luo community. So these are gourds attached together with wax and a horn. On the bottom, it has a hole. So when they blow it, it removes the sound boo. Yeah, so that is why it's called an abu.
Abu.
Yeah. Then when it comes to nature and art, we have this mosaic map of Kenya representing all the 900 butterflies that we have around Kenya. But they are not found in any specific region. All of them, they can move from different region to another. We have a sambu or a sambut.
Yeah.
So these sambut, they are made from these monkeys. They
Yeah.
called Sykes monkeys.
Yeah.
So they go and hunt 12 Sykes monkeys. They take the skin and they make the sambut. This is one in Kalenjin communities. But due to the reduction of the monkeys, they no longer do that. Instead, they pass it from one leader to another.
Oh, so it's a symbol. It symbolizes something.
Yeah, it symbolizes leadership.
Or leadership.
Yeah, like Arap Moi, he also had one, but from a white and black Columbus monkey.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
they keep on transferring from
Yeah,
sense of authority.
Then we have a siwa. So a siwa, it is a musical instrument. It was made during the Arab and coastal trades. This is an elephant tusk.
Yeah.
And on this hole, this is where they blow it and the sound comes on that end. So it is also believed to have supernatural and magical powers.
All right.
Yeah. Museum is special because it has all the attributes of Kenya.
Yeah.
Every culture that we have in Kenya is represented here.
Yeah.
What we have in Kenya, like the park, we have the mammals,
Yeah.
so they are also represented here. We have numismatic, which represents all the currencies that we have experienced since day one here in Kenya to the end. So it just shows how Kenya is strong with everything that it has in between. Bags, we have banana leaves. So traditional women tend to make them, to make money from them, to carry them as a backpack, to stock loads like this big one.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so welcome to the history of Kenya.
Yeah.
Pre-colonization.
Yeah.
This whole sector, yeah, it is about pre-colonization.
Yeah.
So firstly, this is how men used to dress, by covering their lower body parts.
Only the lower parts.
Yeah. This is a Korea rainmaker. During drought season, she will put such a pot in her head and then she will enchant some words and it will start raining.
Oh.
A lot of children symbolized wealth. That is why you can see that grandfather with a lot of children.
Yeah.
Females. These are 2 females. I can basically say that when you are married is when you will cover your whole body part. But when you're not married, this is how you would dress.
Okay. Oh, when you're married, you cover.
Yeah, because we can see in different communities, it was a mode. Like that is a Luo girl, and this is a Nandi girl,
Yeah.
and these are Kamba women. Yeah, so they would only cover their lower body parts. Then female genital mutilation. These 2 female, they are sisters. Yeah. So this one, she's circumcised because she has this thing in her ear,
All right.
and her sister is not yet circumcised. So this is how the end will look like when you're married. You'll cover your whole body part and your ears will be like that.
Once you're married.
Picture clearly, you'll see that they are wearing skirts and their upper body, yeah, but they have big stomachs.
Okay. This is Kisumu market. Maybe
Yeah.
This one. Which tribe is this?
Luos.
Or Luo, they come from the
Yeah,
Kisumu part
yeah.
of Kenya, yeah?
So the Luos, this market was the biggest market during pre-colonization period, where they will do exchange of goods and goods.
Before
Yeah.
it was called Kisumu Market, what was it called?
Sumo.
Sumu.
Yeah.
So basically, which year was this? When, before colonization?
Yeah.
Or
In
before
the-
civilization?
Before colonization.
Or this is how Africans were?
Yeah,
This is how
yeah.
we were. Oh, that's good to know.
So we were colonized in between the 18s. This is how the migration routes were. The migration routes, yeah. The Kushites, they came in through the whole of Kenya. The Bantu through DRC Congo. And the Nilotes, they came in through. This is a lake. Yeah.
River Nile. Is it River Nile? Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, Lake Turkana in
Or
between
Lake
Lake
Turkana. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how they came into
Yeah.
Kenya.
So this is how the Arabs now came in through Kenya. So they came through the Indian Ocean and they intermarried with the coastal people. So after they intermarried, that is how Swahili came in. So this is called Tipu Tip. He was a Swahili slave trader. He used to capture people and take them to Shimoni caves, and others he will sell them to slavery.
Oh, that's how slavery started.
Yeah. So after you're sold to the slavery, you are forced to carry those elephant tusks from Nairobi to Mombasa, Mombasa to Uganda on foot. If you are not able, they would flag you and torture you to death.
Like
They
this
used,
one.
Yeah,
they used to walk from Nairobi to Mombasa.
yeah.
How?
And then we have, it
Actually,
is 450 by car,
yeah,
but on foot I'm not quite sure.
450 kilometers. You
Yeah.
can take how many days? You can take more than 1 month to travel by foot. It's a long distance. In form of miles, that's around 360 miles. So imagine it's from like Manchester to London. It's a very long distance. Imagine going by foot, and then at the same time you're carrying a task. Eh?
Yeah, you're carrying
So they
a
were
task.
heavy and they were chained. Yes, you can see they were
Yeah,
chained.
they were chained.
And they were being
And
whipped.
yeah, and their children were being lured by sweets to
Okay.
follow their parents.
And let me ask you, how safe was it?
To travel like that,
Well,
it
I
wasn't
believe, yeah.
that safe
Yeah.
because there were also wild animals in between the bushes and the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some were even attacked by
Oh.
the animals. Yeah.
All right.
Then we have this guy here. He's called Ludwig Kraft.
Yeah.
He was the first Christian missionarist. So this family here, they're called the Ishmael family. They were the first family to convert from Muslims to Christians.
Yeah.
They were given certificates
Okay.
which freed them from slavery.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
so-
once they turned into
Yeah.
Islam, they were not supposed to be. They were not slaves.
Yeah, when they turned to Christians,
Yeah.
they were not slaves. So this is how Indians became part of us. During the construction of this railway, it is called Kenya-Uganda Railway. So Kenyans were told to construct it, but they refused. They thought it was a snake. So they had to invite Indians.
Indians, yeah.
Yeah, 38,000 of them who came in and constructed the railway. 2,000 of them died due to lion man eaters. The rest remained and they started trading along the railway. Their shops are called dukawalas. Guys, Nabongo Mumia, Wango Makeri was the first female leader, Lenana, and Olesentu. So Olesentu did not collaborate, but his younger brother collaborated. So he had to run with some Maasais to Tanzania, and that is why we have Maasais in Tanzania.
Okay, that's how they find themselves in Tanzania. So
Yeah.
Maasai originally they were Kenyans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So when the British came in, they took the most fertile land, and this was the most fertile land. This
This
is
is the eastern region that is.
yeah. The rest is very dry. So they had something called Kipande system. So Kipande system was limiting you from going to different region. If you're from Masai, you cannot go to Nairobi because of your Kipande system. So these were the collaborators. When you become a chief, you are given these staffs, and then you'll sit in a three-legged stool chair. After you bring more information to the British about Kenyans, you are now promoted to a four-legged chair and you become a prominent chief.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Also, the promotion is from this.
to that.
To this.
Yeah. Then this is what we call Kipande system. The two black things with a chain, that is Kipande system.
Okay, those are
Yeah, division of classes. This was hospital for the rich. It is called the European hospital. Hospital for the middle class.
The European hospital.
Yeah,
Still there.
we call it the Nairobi hospital.
Oh, now it's the
Yeah,
current.
yeah. Then we have Aga Khan, which is still Aga Khan, and
The Khan was for
the Indians.
the Indians.
Yeah, so the Indians had a high rank than Kenyans. Yeah, then this is King George. Now we call it Kenyatta Hospital.
Now this one was for the
Kenyans. Yeah, yeah. There was also racialism. So if your father is a chief, that is when you'll be allowed to go to a black school. And if he is a prominent chief, you are allowed to go to a multiracialism school. But if he is just a normal person in the community, you were taught early Christianity and early formal education. Then we have World War II. It happened in 1938 to 1945, and the British were fighting against the Germans. So they told Kenyans to help them fight against the Germans, that they would give them their land back. But instead, they were given memorial sculptures and medals. So they got very angry and they started now trading to be Mau Mau fighters.
Oh, okay. That is how the Mau fighters.
Yeah, rebellion, yeah. Then we have this side. So this is called Harry Thuku massacre. It happened in 1920s. Harry Thuku was a political leader and he was arrested by the British. A female called Nyanjiru tried to get him released, but the British got very angry and they killed all these people, around 8,000 of them. Then we have this tree. We call this tree fig tree or mugumo tree. It is believed to be a sacred tree. So during the Mau Mau fights, these guys, their wives used to work for the British. So they would listen to what the British were planning to do. They write it in a piece of paper and hide it in the mugumo tree. So at night, because the Mau Mau fighters were using a gorilla attacking at night, wearing a leopard skin which camouflaged the environment, they would go, pick the letters, read what the British were planning, then attack using these guns. So these guns were handmade guns. Yeah? Instead of using bullets, they were using nails.
Nails.
Yeah,
They operated through nails
nails.
instead of bullets.
Yeah. So you really had to go to the close to the person you were aiming for it to be effective. Then we got independence in 1963, and this guy, he's called Harry Thuku. He climbed, sorry, not Harry Thuku, Munyao. He climbed to Mount Kenya and he raised the flag to show that we have gotten our freedom. So we have running and hopping. We have a cheetah and a clean springer. A cheetah, it is a very fast land animal. A clean springer, it hops on top of rocks. Yeah. So because a cheetah is a fast land animal, so people have mimicked it by marathon. Yeah. Then we have climbers. All these animals have a tail, but this one doesn't have a tail. It's called a poto. So a poto, just like us, this is the way it climbs on top of trees using the limbs. Then we have these two types of elephants. This is the Asian elephant and this is the African elephant. The difference between the two is the feeding mode and the body. An Asian elephant is smaller and the ears, they just look like ears. While the African elephant, it has the map, the ears look like the map of Africa. And it has a big body, yeah? So the African elephants, they feed on trees, grasses, and shrubs. And the Asian, they only feed on grass alone.
Are they all here in Kenya now?
It is not easy to see an Asian elephant because during drought season, they cannot feed. Yeah. So the mountain gorillas, they feed on hard leaves and hard nuts. That is why they have a crest on the head. So the crest is connected to the lower jaw. So while feeding, it cannot have headaches and migraines. It is like a shock absorber. Then we have these herbivorous animals, the common warthog, giant forest hog, and a bush pig. Yeah, so this bush pig, when it's feeding, because it has a short neck, it has to fold the legs. Yeah, same as to the Pumba. Yeah.
Kasongo. There's something Kasongo. This is one. They run so fast, eh?
Yeah. But they're very forgetful. Yeah.
Oh, the
And very territorious.
okay.
Yeah, so when it's trying to remember the thing it was doing, it has to lift the tail to connect the wires. Any joke.